morning everyone and welcome to St Andrew's 9 News. Today we are going live with Maria Antoinette and then going across to the Gaia Garden and what plants are most successful. Over to you, Maria. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure. So Marie, how are you today? Thank you, and how are you? Well, so today I'll just be asking you some questions about your past history, but firstly, how does it feel to be in the 20th century? It's a lot less dramatic than the 1700s. That's when the French Revolution was, a time of war and conflict. It must be. So why are you so remembered to this very day about your time in the French Revolution? I was the wife of the King of France, King Louis XVI, when the French Revolution occurred. Is it true that you were very unpopular in France? I was a very selfish person. I didn't have any time or help for the people I was meant to look out for. But I believe I couldn't do everything. After all, I was the queen. And isn't that what peasants are for? I heard that you were quite the selfish type. After all, you did have a fake village built for yourself so that you could dress up and pretend to live a simple life, instead of being helpful to the people who really needed it most. You also said often, let them eat cake. Why? Poor people could hardly afford bread. No problem. How many siblings did you have, and did you have any children of your own? I had 14 siblings. I was the youngest, but I'm not going to name them all as that would be too much effort for me. But I did have 4 children. Marie Therese of France, my daughter, Louis XVI of France, my son, Princess Sophie Helene Beatrice of France, my daughter, and Louis Joseph Dauphin of France, my son. I had many maids to maintain them though. Where and when were you born, Marie? I was born in Vienna, Austria, on November the 2nd, 1755. How old were you when you got married to King Louis XVI? 14 years old when I met him, and he was about 15. I had no say in that he was going to be my future husband. And then 17 years later, when I was 21, we got married. Okay, let's continue talking after this very short break.
Today's 9 News is brought to you by Exports to Life.
So Marie, how did you die? 9 months after my husband's execution, my death was coming closer, as on the 16th of October, 1793, I had my head decapitated. It wasn't pleasant. That's a wrap to this interview. Thank you for joining us, Marie. Thank you. Up next is what plants are most successful in the Gaia Garden. But first, the sport.